Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, we have talked many times, I would say several times, but I believe it's moving from several to many, about Suella Braverman and her possible jump from the Tories to Reform. She's had an interview today, and I think she's gaslighting. I think she is announcing and softening the blow that she's going to go to Reform. Now, of course, it is speculation. It's always going to be speculation until it actually happens. The only person who knows what's going to happen is Suella Braverman herself. However, there is a headline in a piece in The Eye, which, well, wouldn't it be easier if I just showed you this? And there we go. Suella is saying that she hopes she's not driven to Reform by Tory colleagues. Now, that to me doesn't mean she's saying, I hope I'm not driven to Reform by you lot. She's saying, you lot are driving me to Reform, and I'm very, very tempted to go. Now, we know that she, of course, has been in correspondence and chatting and had sort of not formal, informal, very informal meetings with Richard Tice, with others within Reform. I think she's being feted. I think she's being invited, checked out, vetted. I think her politics sit very keenly and nicely along the line of what Reform are trying to do. And I think it's going to happen. I really think that this is going to happen. Now, she has in the past said, oh, no, I wouldn't join Nigel Farage, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're not going to join Nigel Farage, why would you even say what you've just said? It's odd, isn't it? It's just odd. Yeah. Lee Anderson, of course. Her and Lee Anderson are friends. This is the other thing you got to remember. So while she might not be overly keen on dear sweet Nigel, can Richard Tice and Lee Anderson persuade her to hold her nose? Because I think if she does go, she legitimises Reform totally, and she will be a big player in Reform. More so, I would say, than Nigel Farage. And I do think if she goes, she would not be the last. I think others may go too. That would prove very interesting. But we shall see how it goes. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks very much. Goodbye.